Hey guys, Carbon here. Today it's gonna be a little bit different for this episode. For the first time in a while, well, it's not first time, but it has been a while since we ran into technical difficulties. As in, I say we as a team. I lost somehow. I guess the USB I'm using for my mic somehow got untangled or like a little bit loose. I mean, it just happened right now too to me again right now, and while I was setting up the mic or moving it, sorry. Point is, I lost the audio for whatever I was talking about in the episode. So today, instead of like I usually do in my old Ratchet and Clank videos, I decided to do a little conversation starter thing. Use the freaking website I use, because it's hard to find a topic by myself and think of one. And I do apologize if for those who really want to listen to the cutscenes. I don't know if there's gonna be any. I didn't check, but if there's gonna be any cutscenes going on, I will be talking over them. So I do apologize. So I'm just playing a game. Past me is playing a game while me present is talking. So it's a little bit confusing in those time orders, but yeah, sorry about that, guys. I really am. And I think I'll be doing this often. If something goes wrong, I'll make sure to have conversation going. Anyways, let's get started with the first question. Are you scared of dying? I think everybody is scared of dying. That's not something. Yeah, great start to this episode. Are you scared of dying? Are you afraid to die? Kind of. Because I don't know. To some people, there's like different ways of like seeing how death works or how does someone die. But from what I know is that, I guess it's just like, I don't know. You can't really say what's death like. It's probably just, not seeing anything. Just sleeping eternally forever and you're just never waking up, I assume. And that is, scary to think that you won't be able to see anything or hear anything. Your conscience is just like blacked out. And it's just, yeah, it's scary. I think everybody is. I mean, today I was walking through the streets and it's still scary to walk through streets, man, because you don't know if somebody who's a reckless driver who can just immediately like drive up to you and you just gotta either bolt it or just take the hit. I mean, it's not a funny matter, but it's still a scary situation. I'm always scared of walking down the streets, man, no matter what, because like you hear a lot of car accidents, you hear a lot of people dying every day. It's crazy, man. And I think people should be more careful and yeah, you should be scared of being death, because you don't want to die at a young age and miss out the great advantages of life because you were reckless or either careless about your own life, or you're not just paying attention to the dangers. And sometimes we just ignore the dangers. We just like, whatever, I'll risk it, I don't care. I mean, I don't know if there's people like that, but I assume a lot of some assumptions I make today. All right, but yeah, I'm scared of that. Okay. Next question. Would you rather be the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team? Oof, that is a good question. I mean, I'm just gonna read any question what comes up. I don't care what they are. If it's something stupid or unrelatable to me, I'll just say yes, no. I'll just do my best to make a good answer. Because, I think that's a situation I experience a lot on Splatoon. Like, I'm probably I can say for myself, I'm a good player. Not the best, but a good player who knows how to react, has good reflexes. I can understand how to play the game instead of just fooling around. I'm mostly competitive and I'm usually paying attention to what's going around me. So I'm usually trying my best. So I'm usually the best team member in our team, because you're usually paired up with 3 others, and then the rest of the people, they're just like, oh my gosh, so much amateur. But it's still hard to say that, because sometimes in Splatoon it could be the other way around. You could meet with 3 awesome players and you're just doing horrible. I've experienced that a lot, so I think I would rather be more or less the worst player, because like even though I don't get enough kills and all, I still manage to get enough turf and help out the others. You know, I do a little support. I'm more of a supportive person, you know. I'm not the kind of offensive. Defense is what I can do, but it's sometimes hard to do on Splatoon. Yeah. But my gosh, dude, Splatoon, man, I'm just... Oh, it frustrates me more when I'm doing my best and everybody else is just effing it up, you know? Just getting killed, just not thinking straight, just jumping in. It's like, dude, just wait. I wish there was some way of voice chat, but there's not, and don't know how the Switch will work out for that, but you know, whatever that good stuff. Alright, next question. How have you changed since you were younger? I think I'm more open-minded at times. I would say I'm more or less timid. Sometimes I am, but that's because I try to be careful who I talk to or what I say, and that's why sometimes I get a little bit quiet, because I'm usually thinking, what can I say? Because, you know, back then still I try to say anything I want, and I don't think people like that. Because it just eludes them away and just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. They're weird. I don't know. I think I change a lot. I think I'm more funnier. I remember when I was starting younger, and I try to find my way to be more open was by finding jokes on a website or just looking up funny videos that talk about jokes and stuff like that, and you know, that got me into a little bit more into comedy, which I love a lot. But it's I try to be funny, and sometimes it works in my favor. Sometimes I'm funny, but it's a very serious kind of funny. Like, it's like, oh dang, that's hilariously true. But you know, it's just, I think I'm more open and ready to say something instead of just, you know, being quiet all the time and just, I don't know. I think that's just the one thing that's changed. I'm less timid than usual. I still get timid at times, and it really depends on the situation. But I could say I'm less timid than I used to be. Yeah. So that's good. Now I can talk to people. Okay, what is one thing you would change about your home? Another room, please. That's what I would totally want to change in this house. Because I am so sick and tired of sharing a room with my sister, man. It's just... I've explained this a lot on my YouTube and on Twitch and on freaking Twitter. I rant about it so many times, and now I just don't do it anymore because I feel like, what's the point when it just sounds negative? But I just hate sharing a room with my sister because she's usually the one who stays up all night and does stuff. Like even today, I had to go in the living room because she left her tablet on, and I was listening to something too. I usually listen to like Game Grumps or music or whatever, just to help me like feel like, okay, I think I could fall asleep to this. But my sister, like there's just so many noises that she has, like all the freaking music or whatever she's listening to. I don't know what it was. It was like music or YouTube videos. But even with that, it was still messing around with the sound I was trying to listen to and trying to, you know, have that to force me to sleep, and yet there was just too many sounds, and I was like, I'm just done. And a lot of times I would just go in the living room because I can't take it anymore. Like, here's the thing about me, guys. I need my sleep. I really need it, and I get like really irritated if I don't get sleep. I act irritated and I get really cranky. I think everybody does if they don't get their sleep, or people are trying to wake them up. You know, people get mad. That makes sense. But yeah, in this situation, yeah, it's just I did not like it. I do not like living with my sister, and I would rather have my own room. Please. Can we build another wall or build a room, please? Or move into a house that has another room? Yeah. But that's one thing I would change in my house. But I don't think that's ever something you can do. The one thing you can do to change that is move out of your old house and move to a new one. in which we haven't actually moved into a new house and for a very long time. I've lived in the same house for like since I was born, man. Been in the same house, dealt with the same issue. Like back then, it was easy to sleep, but now it's just worse. Like she just stays up more late and does all these things, and I can't sleep. I don't remember a time when I was a kid that she irritated me to not let me sleep. I don't remember that. I don't think I did. But yeah. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? That's a very interesting question. A lot of interesting questions. I'm gonna say clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. I remember as a kid, maybe. I think I wanted to be more or less like a mechanic, like my dad. Because when I was a kid growing up, I loved cars. Like I just, you know, it's the first thing a boy would love first is cars. Like, oh, vroom, vroom, vroom. This is super fun. So yeah, I think that's wanted me to be like, I want to be mechanic just like my dad. And then, you know, a few years later, it's like, I don't want to believe that dream anymore. I want to do something else. Cause like I realized, as a kid at first, it looked so cool that he gets to, you know, fix cars, he gets to touch them, paint them, do all this cool stuff. And then you realize it's a lot of work. Meaning it's like hard labor. It's, you know, a lot of knowledge about knowing the cars, knowing about the what's to put them together, and you know, you gotta know all this stuff first. And I think my dad went to school for it a little bit just to know some extra stuff and get, you know, certain degrees so he can do welding and other stuff. But it's just like, you know, my dad has to literally like exert a lot of physical labor just to lift a heavy piece of engines, or well, not by himself obviously, but he would have a machine, or just lift heavy parts or smash stuff a lot. And I'm like, I am too weak and fragile to do that kind of stuff. I'll be honest, I don't like that kind of work. You know, I mean, when it comes to physical work, like cleaning the yard and stuff, or like doing yard work, that's physical work enough for me. But when it comes to exerting it so much to like hit some metal, do all this dangerous stuff. And my dad would sometimes sometimes he would work out also at our home, when he would come inside the house with cuts and like bruises from his hands and a lot of paint stuck inside his fingernails, and he would just have to put this purple medicine just to make sure it doesn't get infected. It's just like, oh my gosh, I don't want that. Yeah, that's when it hit me. It's like, I don't want that kind of life. No, not for me. What motivates you? I think this might be the final question. What motivates you? I don't know. Sometimes I get motivated in different ways. Sometimes it's usually a YouTube video I watch that, you know, gives me a little motivation. Like, hey, like this person did this and that, and like all the things that they're doing and all the cool creative work that they do and so much time they put effort. I think that gives me a little bit of motivation to like, I want to do that too. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing YouTube. I want to do more work, you know, but the kind of work I love and enjoy. And usually it's music. Music usually motivates me to keep going. Like last night, or the other night I should say, because, you know, I don't know when I'll upload this, but the other night I was doing my edits, and you know, now I changed my outro to, you know, instead of the Kingdom Hearts song, it's a Hyper Potion song, and I recently discovered them, and they're really awesome people. You should go listen to them. There's a link down below. One of their songs, really awesome. And just listening to that, because I haven't heard their songs in a while, and just hearing the Hyper Potion stuff, surf song, it was just like, oh my gosh, so motivated. Woo, yeah, it was all pumped up. And I was doing that last night, and oh my gosh, I stayed up until 3 to just finishing up edits. Yeah, but I like it. It was great. I had a great time. And now, yeah, just music usually motivates me to keep going. And then sometimes music can get me really moody. But that's a different question. We're talking about motivation, not demotivating. Okay, I think we could do another question. Yeah, because I feel like I don't know how long this episode is, so I'm gonna go a little bit extended, so I'm sorry if it goes over time. How often do you use your phone? I use it a lot. I think everybody does. I think this is something relatable to a lot of people. Like, how often do you use your phone? And honestly, I think phones have become a way of people just doing all the things that they need to do, such as, looking directions, looking at, I don't know, stuff. Like, there's even a calculator or a timer or freaking, it's a watch. It has it has its own time too, and you can have a calendar. You can mark your stuff down. Phones have become something. They have expanded, and by that, it's just a lot of people just, using them. And there's all these social medias, all these app games, and all these cool and creative ways you can use your phone to do all these things. And I think a lot of people use their phones a lot. Like, for me, I use my phone consistently. Like, I use it to watch all my videos, to do my social medias, to play my games. I like so many other games, and that's mostly where my time usually is spent on, is playing games, which is like, Kingdom Hearts and Union Cross, Fire Emblem Heroes. I don't play as much Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I have it and I played it, but now I'm just like, I'm losing interest into it. But anyways, I put so much time into those games because, there's all these daily stuff or like a limited time week that you can get all these goodies and like, oh, I want to get them. I mean, they seem pointless at first, but it's exciting to get cool stuff, don't you think? It's just like any other game that you play, like, that has good stuff. So I use my phone all the time. And I do realize it's hard to get off of your phone because sometimes you rely on so much to do, check your time, to make calls, to text. Sometimes it's just hard to leave technology and put it down for a bit. Yeah, that's the struggle with this generation. We just can't stop looking at our phones. And I even saw a kid like that. We were at I would say it's kind of depressing. We went to a funeral one day, and there was just this family member who was this person that we know. And this kid was just on his phone. I was like, I don't know if you find it disrespectful, but honestly to me, it's like, that's kind of rude, man. Like, there's all these people warning about that death of, I don't know who you are or if you're related to this person, but at least show some respect. Put your phone down. Talk to people, I think that's just something I want to talk about the next episode, which is gonna be this is gonna be it for this episode, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for mostly listening, I guess, because right now it's just me talking through a mic. I'm not playing anything. I'm just talking. Talky talk talk. Hey. I gotta make myself giggle. I find myself funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I give myself a pat on the back. It's like, good, you make yourself feel good. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Make sure you guys like and comment as usual what you think about the video and all. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, which, why haven't you? It's the best thing ever. You should click it. It's good for you. A lot of these interesting talks. You want to hear more stuff like this? Subscribe. Just do it. It's nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm horrible at ending these. I just realized that. Oh. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye. Bye. Bye, babies. Bye, bye.